Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Buffett and Beyond Research Stock of the Week, February 7th, 2026. And we're looking over advanced drainage. And this is a stock that's coming up fast, and that's why we have it in one of our portfolios. And their stock symbol is WMS, but this logo stands for Advanced Drainage Systems, and the reason is our reason is water, and I kind of like that. So remember, folks, if you want to live on this beach like Jimmy Buffett once did, you've got to learn how to invest even better than Warren Buffett does now. And let's look at the advanced drainage and see what they do. Well, they manufacture water management and drainage products for use in construction and agriculture. Now, it's this construction word here that we're looking at and what has really helped them in the past several years. Now, they originally started as a farm water drainage company, and Advanced Drainage Systems provides clean water management solutions to communities across America. And down here, their advanced drainage, 9.4% annualized revenue growth over the last 5 years was solid, and its growth beat the average industrials company. Yeah, because that's 7%. So their annualized revenue growth of 9.5% shows off its offerings resonate with customers, and that's a helpful starting point for our analysis. And let us look at advanced drainage in green relative to the average stock in the S&P out there. And we're looking at the clean surplus ROE. Now, their 5-year average is 28.8%, and the average stock is about 13.5%. So we're looking at quite a difference in here. And the way we look at this is, if you're going to put your money in a bank, would you put it in a bank that's giving you 13.5% or one that's giving you 28%? So that's sort of how you look at the clean surplus ROE. Now, the net income over 5 years is growing at 20.7% versus the average stock of 13%. And here's the revenue over here, revenue over 5 years now, because before we looked at 4 years, now we're looking at 5 years, 9.2% versus the average stock is 7.1. So being in the commercial end of housing and farming and other buildings and town water and city water management systems, we're looking at a company that is starting to grow its revenue. And look how much it brings to the bottom line out of that 9.2%, bringing 20.7%. So that's quite a difference there, and they're doing a good job. Now, let's look a little closer at the numbers, and we can see here that the numbers have been going up almost every year. This number for 2025 was just increased. It was about $5.80, but they've come out with revised numbers here. And this number for 2026, they just came out with increased numbers. They beat their estimates, so this number is going to rise. And that should bring that clean surplus ROE for 2026 up to about 20%, which is what we like to see in one of our growth companies. Now, the retention rate is about almost 90% over 5 years, which means they're taking just about all the money they're making, putting it back into themselves in order to grow. Years to pay debt, 2.4 years. This is Buffett's rule of thumb. He says if a company takes all the money it's making and uses it just to pay the debt, how many years will it take? His rule of thumb is 5 years. Our rule of thumb is about 3 years, and this company can pay it off in 2.4 years. So we have no trouble or no problem with their debt at all. And of course, the dividend is very small, and that's what we like in a growth company. We want to see them not pay out money in dividends. We want to see them put money back into itself in order to grow. And how do we know the money they're putting back into themselves is growing properly? And we look at that clean surplus ROE. And so we can see that if it's around 20%, we like that, folks. Now, let's look over 5 years. Black line is the S&P 500. Blue line is the water management systems. or better yet, Advanced Drainage Systems is the real name of the company. And the blue line, we can see that it kept pace with the market, more volatile than the market, came back down, and now it's coming back up. So over 5 years, it has underperformed the S&P 500, which does not thrill us. But let's look a little closer. Over 3 years, we can see this company has been following the S&P 500 this past year or so in here, and then all of a sudden took off because the numbers are really, really doing well with all the construction that's going on out there. And then when we look at 1 year, we could see, well, over 1 year, it's really doing well. In fact, it's up almost 4 times that of the average stock, which is this dark line down here. And look where this S&P 500 has done nothing over the past 4 months or so. In fact, this is what the technical analysts are looking at and saying, okay, it hasn't gone anywhere. But look what WMS, Advanced Drainage Systems, has done over the past 4 months, and it has gone up dramatically. So we like that very, very much. And then if we look at year to date, we're looking at just a tad over a month with the S&P actually negative about 0.3% as I'm recording this on Thursday, and Advanced Drainage is up 17.8%. One of our favorite stocks right now, one of our best performing stocks, as a matter of fact. So that's the difference. So you can see as time goes on and showing you these graphs, as time goes on, this company is doing better and better and better, especially as the economy gets better and when housing starts to kick in, probably this year, pretty soon, then we'll really see some numbers out of this company. And we like very much what it's doing, and it's doing a very good job, or else it wouldn't be bringing that revenue in and turning that into profits as it is, and then showing up in the price of the stock. So yeah, we like this company, folks. Well, we've had a couple of tough weeks these past few weeks, folks. It was a tough January where the market did just about nothing. It was up about 1.3%. And right now, as I'm recording this, it's actually down about 0.5%. So go out, take your mind off the market. If you're up north, don't shovel too much snow because it's all going to melt sooner or later. But be careful up there. Get outside. Enjoy the fresh air. Most of all, be safe. And folks, we'll see you right back here in a couple of days.